I saw my primary care physician finally after all this time, and I have pneumonia. So that explains why I wasn't getting well. Jim got sick about almost 2 weeks ago, but 3 days later he's fine, right? So I said, oh, that's probably what I got. And it's drug and on top of it, he didn't have nausea. I can't keep food down. I mean, I can't even drink iced tea. I made some homemade lemonade. All it is was fresh lemon juice, filtered water, and real sugar. Couldn't keep that down. So I knew something was very wrong. And so they put me, it's weird, they gave me antibiotics and steroids. Because usually you can take one or the other, right? But for some reason, the one they gave me, you can take it with a steroid. Because usually a steroid will make an infection worse or something. Anyway. And so they gave me all this stuff to breathe with. I have to do this a couple times a day. I am relieved to know what's wrong with me. I was so miserable because it was like I got so much to do and I can't. I'm just weak. I can't. And I was just so anxious. You know, you're laying there. It's like, well, I could do this. I could do that. No. I just got back in. I'm gonna lay down. I trying to edit this. I need to be laying down. I just can't. I can't do it. My head is always going. So the videos, I'm just gonna put it together. It's not anything spectacular. Just a few clips to, encourage you, show you some old Bible versions and stuff like that. But I'll probably just put together um, something fast for tonight. Maybe I'll do something on the mosaic. There was an artifact there I wanted to share with you, so that's what I'll do. There's a mosaic that was found in the. It's from the second century. They say between the first and third, so they rounded it off to about 230 AD. And it was a. I saw this on television last year, where they had excavated. It might have been a year before, but it was very recently. And I remembered the story, and I was like, no way they have this here. And they have it on, they borrowed it from the Israeli Antiquities Department. So the real one is there. And then they show you what the prayer house would have looked like that this mosaic floor was in. But it honors several women. The woman who ran the church, it was her home church. She had, it was like her home, but she ran it. And I think this was like a prayer house built because of her home church congregation. And there's another lady that works with her, and there's four more women that do so much Christian community service that they wanted to honor them. And so a Roman centurion paid a lot of money to have an artist do a mosaic. In any case, I'll put that thing up about the mosaic, and it's fascinating to get a peek into that. And so the artifacts, I'll do a couple that are kind of organized. I have hundreds of photos and clips. So at one point at the end, I'll probably just assemble a bunch of stuff just visually for you to see. And sometimes I talk on the short clips, so it doesn't need any intro. It'll just be here's a bunch of stuff that we saw in the museum. So, in any case, thank you guys so much for your prayers. I will get back to work as soon as I can, but I am just so sick. I just need some more rest, and I appreciate that. You guys hanging with me. All right, God bless you. This is the original first or second century mosaic that they dug up in Israel for a house church run by a woman, gifted to her by a Roman official. And it has the fish on it. This is the actual mosaic. It's on loan from the Israel Antiquity Department. That's what it looks like close up, but I'm going to take you, that's a replica there, but I'm going to show you the original. Look at that. It's the floor. Here it is. This was the floor of the meeting room. All of this was excavated. First or second century church run by a woman. It was amazing. I just saw a program on this. Look at that. I can't believe how intact it is. That's, yep, the fish was a symbol of early Christians because he, provided sustenance more than just, physical bread, but we know what it means. Fishers of men. We catch them, he cleans them. The inscription names 4 women, and it says the names, and it says the wording of this inscription is unusual for the region. The request is that God remember individuals. The community itself is called to remember these women. Nothing else is known of the women mentioned. They were important to the community. It just doesn't tell us if they were martyrs or honored for some other reason or just important patrons in the community. This is 4 of the women mentioned in the mosaic. But women couldn't do anything. This is a Roman centurion. We know he was a believer. He's the one that paid for the mosaic to be done. The inscription tells us about Ecceptus donated the prayer hall's table. It's a woman, Greek feminine form of Acceptus. She may have been a woman with financial resources, social standing, and is called, quote, God-loving. There it is. So you can read about it. Worshippers could simply have passed through it to enter the hall. It could have served a purpose. It says, Brutius has carried out the work. Earliest mosaic in the Holy Land with the artist's signature. These are real artifacts. Roof tiles bearing the stamp of the 6th Legion. Bread stamp, 3rd century AD. These are Roman military artifacts. Unbelievable.
Archaeological relevance to our modern day. And now, history is still speaking.
7 people are named in the mosaic's inscriptions, including the artist. 2 could be described as patrons and benefactors because they funded elements of the prayer hall. Ceptus, a woman, dedicated the table, and Gaianus, a centurion, donated the mosaic. The centurion's present recalls the interactions of Peter with Cornelius in Caesarea in Acts 10. A female donor recalls the generosity of women found throughout the Gospels and Acts, and inscriptions honor 4 other women by name. It just makes me sad. Women died as martyrs, yet they're still having their hands bound and mouths taped shut. Jesus said with Mary and Martha that she has chosen the good part and he would not take it from her. Yet people are still trying to take it based on misunderstanding of those verses. So sad. By the way, it says, to the God, Jesus Christ, on the mosaic, for those who want to deny the deity of Christ or say it's a new belief. This mosaic says, to the God, Jesus Christ. To God, Jesus Christ, as a memorial. The God-loving Ecceptus has offered the table to God, Jesus Christ, as a memorial. Thank you. Not a new teaching. He's always been God. And these are the women's names, the 4 women.